How you doing out there? Today we're sitting down with DJ M Squared. Welcome to DFW Norml interview.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're out here trying to spread this message of marijuana legalization, and we're very glad you could sit down and help us out with it.
I'm here. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so there's some things coming up. I mean, the Texas Democratic Party has, put on their platform that they're endorsing marijuana decriminalization. What do you think that says about, Texas as a state?
Texas is moving forward, with the rest of the country, and I think, Texas is starting to become a very diverse place, and, and I think in keeping along with the tradition, it's still just, people are stepping forward. So it's like, we got to grow with the times. Things have got to change. Sometimes the old rules don't apply anymore, and now, we need some new rules. You got a lot of other states that are already stepping forward. California, they kind of led the way, and then Washington, and newly Colorado. And I think for a state like Texas, somebody, something big as Texas, like to do that would be like huge. So Texas is one of them them big states. I mean, it's like kind of what Texas says. A lot of times the country will follow. I work with a lot of artists. I work with a lot of just artistic people in general, and sometimes for lack of a better word, a sober mind just doesn't provide the same inspiration as I mean, even if something as small as having a drink, or just being in a different mind state to to be in that artistic mode, to really get in the zone and to really produce and do what they do. I think that I think that's progressive. I think it's forward thinking.
Yeah. What was the first time that you actually realized that it was helpful?
You know what? Actually, it wasn't even me personally. It was I was hanging out with an artist, and I won't put their name out there because I don't know. But I was hanging out with an artist, and and we were in the studio. We were just vibing. We were working on a mixtape, and we were in the studio. We were vibing, and he was like, "Man, I just can't come up with anything." He's like, I know. So, he goes outside, he does what he does, and, like an hour later, he's just like, all right, run it, let's go, run it. And, he tells the engineer, press play, and he just goes in there, and he's like, I'm like, where did all of this come from? Because before, he's just like kind of laid back, chill, like, I don't know if I want to do this, that, and the other. And he was just like, I was like, wow, just like that. It was like he went from Clark Kent to Superman in like less than 2 seconds.
That's the ingredient.
Yeah. And, so, like for me, I mean, even when I DJ, like for me, I think alcohol is more my vice. So, like, even when I DJ, it's just something different. When you're just not in that, the everyday mind. It's just something different.
What are any of your new products that you've been working on? Any kind of projects?
Actually, I'm working on a dance CD. I'm venturing out into the whole like electronic dance scene. It's like crazy. I'm kind of kicking myself because I feel like I should have been there like a long time ago. But, it's something new for me. I took a lot of popular dance tracks and remixed them, reproduced them. Yeah. And then, I'm working on some original material to, put out there. And it's just going to be just a whole collaboration of things that I've actually produced. And it's something different because normally as a DJ, you're just like in a presentation mode. Like, here's what's new. Mm-hmm. I went ahead and sorted out all the BS for you. Yep. So I got the new and the hot, and here you go. But it's something different because now it's like, okay, this is what I've done personally and spent countless of hours, producing. And it's like, it's almost from the DJ into the artist mode. Some
of our viewers, but they may not know. I mean, let them know a little bit about how you help the area here.
A lot of times, well, I mean, I'm a DJ first and foremost. I DJ here in the market at one of the big radio stations, 979, and I also do DJ in Columbus, Ohio, on one of the radio stations here. We have a sister station out there, and I do some stuff in Bryan College Station for the radio station out there. But also, as far as artists, I do things to help them. Not only just, hey, here, play my record and get it on the radio, but it's more so like, just helping them to make the right moves to be seen by more people and things of that nature. Just using the connections that I know, the people that I know to, really strategize and put people in the right places. The ones that who really deserve it. Right. Not saying that everybody doesn't deserve it, but the ones who have, really say, okay, it's nothing else for me to do. It's time to go to the next level.
I mean, you're there and you do it, so you're able to see the people that are also trying to do it. I mean, It's a great thing because there's a lot of people that may be in the same sort of similar position as you that don't really even have that mindset to where the people, not that the people they don't know don't deserve it, but...
Well, I think that really comes down to the joy of just being an artist and the joy of just seeing, like, your community grow.
But is there any other things that you've maybe seen at Texas as you've been here and looking at marijuana policy that could help other activists become more of a force in this?
I think the presence of people like you, I think that's like major, because like I'm just like, this year I just found out about you guys and I was like, wow. And for me, I'm thinking like, how many other people would just know? Because a lot of times it's that thing like, everybody is sitting and it's that awkward moment and everybody's thinking like that one thing and they like, whoa, and nobody says anything. But then one person says something and then they like, yeah, well, I agree with him, and then I agree with him, and all of a sudden everybody in the room is thinking, oh, we agree with these guys, and we should do this. And I think the presence of you guys is like something that's important. I think just getting the message out there is probably all that needs to happen at this point.
We really appreciate that. I mean, there's a lot of volunteers that are sitting here and not also sitting here that do a whole lot on a daily basis to try to be a positive influence on this message, because we don't sit here and try to tell people what to do one way or the other. Absolutely. We just say there is this information available. We would like to present it to you because no one else has.
And they used to tell us in school, knowledge is power, and one of them other things I can't remember, but it'll probably come to me after we stop talking.
Yeah, as soon as they stop mass testing, then you'll remember.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Well, hey, we really appreciate you sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me. We'll talk.
Anytime, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, we'll chop it up soon.